all about dance.
I enjoyed this episode.
Exactly.
I
Pick
enjoyed
up the phone and communicate. Hey, but you ever must guess. You must guess. You must smile. What you're thinking. But anyway, no, it is the streets. The 21st century. No, it's the dating streets.
No, it's the dating streets for real. Samia, I must say, this season you actually had your moments where you were hilarious. Eh? You came cracking with the jokes.
Yes, and I would highly recommend her. And she does mobile massages as well.
Okay, nice one, Kiribone. Shout out. So we had a radio interview, remember?
I just want to say thank you so much to Musa and Sukanya for this opportunity. It was really something different. And hi everyone, my name is Tanya Boyson and I'm here with my lovely co-host Luandra Jacobs. And this is our last episode of 2022 of the Come Up series, the Come Up series Send Off.
So in today's video, we're actually doing a reaction video of all the videos and interviews that we've done this past year.
Hi everyone and welcome to our new series called The Come Up.
Tanya, I like your curls.
I look like a hot mess.
You look like Shirley Temple Curly. I love the curls.
You're here with Tanya Boyson and with my co-host Luandra Jacobs, and we are so excited. This episode, I think it's when everybody started to really get into the mental part after COVID, like struggling mentally. And I think this is why we started the Come series, just to get people to feel like they're not alone and they're not going through certain issues alone. And I think that's why we started after self-care Thursdays, we started to collaborate on the Come Up series.
Yes.
I'm just thinking back on when we started and why we started the show.
That's correct, though. Yeah, correct.
Past 2 years.
Vision board is something that you want to put up maybe in your room or space that's a bit private, and then a vision book. It's basically the same thing, it's just different. A board, obviously, that you would put up, and then a vision book is something that you would either have it in a book format, or you can decide to have it in a digital format. Like myself, I prefer having it on a. Okay, so that was that. You journal and write down all your plans.
So I can have your vision board.
Hey?
You have your vision board from the beginning of the year.
I don't have a vision board, but I still have my vision book that I keep on my cell phone for reference.
Oh,
yeah, because
that's a great idea because we're with our phones basically 24/7. So it's a reminder immediately when you look at your phone, there's your vision book on your phone.
Exactly.
And I must say, a vision board or vision book or anything that you have like stuck to your wall where you can see it daily, it really helps because you manifest it on a daily. And I must say, I did really like kill some goals this week just by manifesting and looking at my goals daily. So it does help.
I love it. Yeah, no, I agree. Looking at your goals daily, just reminding yourself, especially like for me, I found it very beneficial to have my goals and visions on my phone, because, like we're always with our phones, and early in the morning when you roll over, your phone is just there. Then you can just quickly even switch on your Wi-Fi or your data. You can just go through and look through everything that you want to accomplish for the year, for the week, monthly, and long term. Yeah.
Conforming to gender roles, the man goes out to work, bring home the food, the woman sits at home and happens and work. Stay out of my business. And I'm like, I'm the man, you're the wife. Stay at home. So I definitely don't see that happening in my household.
You know what, Samia? I must say, this season you actually had your moments where you were hilarious. Eh? You came cracking with the jokes. I was a bit more chilled, somewhat relaxed, and you were just like coming with the jokes. And I mean, like, you definitely spiced up our videos.
No, I think it just comes up when you like thinking what you're going to say next or trying to remember what you have to say. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, let me just say something like this. It just comes in when you start rambling. And it's like, okay, I just said that, but anyway, let's just carry on. But yeah. Is it? But anyway, I wanted to mention that, yeah, it sounded like load shedding already started because our connections were not
Mm,
that good.
yeah.
And it was a good episode.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya Boyson and welcome to the Come
Oh,
Up
and Tanya was loud.
episode of the Come Up series. And I'm here with
Hey?
I was saying Tanya was loud, hey? I don't know if I'm still that loud. Like maybe it was just problem with sound.
I think I did actually we did increase the sound when we took our stuff to production, our videos. Yeah, we did increase the volume there just to make sure
Oh,
that we don't have any audio difficulties or people complaining. We've had that in the past anyway, where people say we can't hear
yeah.
you guys properly speak up.
True. So my next question for you, Jodine, being a married woman and now having that experience of being both sides of the coin, you knew what it felt like being single and then transitioning over to being married. What do you think women need to focus on in themselves in the season of singleness in their lives? And then also the second part of that question for married women in their married state of in that state of their season, what do you think they have to focus on?
as a single woman, you need to first find yourself. Like if you know who you are, if you can love yourself, if you can enjoy your alone time, if you're confident in yourself, if you know your own values, if you have all of these things going for you in your own life before seeking out a partner, then you're already winning. Because I feel like and maybe this is just me, but I feel like when you go and seek out your partner and then you court and you date and you go through these different versions of yourself in your relationship, like you don't want to go into a relationship hoping you win part of yourself by being with this other person. If that makes sense. Like you,
Oh my word. I must say, this message right now is so relevant.
It is, eh?
Oh my
It
word.
is.
Like we really
It
like
helps a lot.
yes, she shared like a lot of good nuggets in this video actually. You know, like wow, even for me, like to be transparent, like recently, I also had to cut off like a situation that
Yeah.
wasn't fitting,
And
you
good
know.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just thinking to myself today again, like, no, like I've done too much work on myself. I've done too much healing on myself. You know, I've worked too hard to just settle for less or, you know, so this episode and just rehashing that and just thinking back on my recent situation and everything, I was like, I'm like, wow, okay, this is like we
Yeah.
have good
If
people
you
on
work so
the
hard on yourself for like a few months and a few years, basically you can't like go back to what you were trying to get away from. So that's
exactly.
one we need to also consider and just keep on moving at the level that we are at right now and keep on growing.
Yeah.
So this was a very good episode.
Yes, it was. It really was. Shall we move on?
Yes.
so Kibone, I just would like to ask you a few questions and then I'll hand it over to Luandra. So my first question is, how long have you been a masseuse and what massages do you specialize in?
I have been a masseuse for the past 12 years now. So what I have studied is I studied to be a health and skincare therapist. So my forte is massage. And I've been doing this for 12 years now since 2010. I do deep tissue, Swedish massage, aromatherapy, hot stone therapy, reflexology, lymph drainage, and shiatsu.
Oh, that's impressive. Hey? Like, oh,
Okay, so
I must say, your makeup was always on point. Only now recently I've discovered, like how to do my makeup properly for the show. And you can see that I was probably in a rush from work or something and just like slide in and get into the show. But yeah, your makeup was on point.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so you went for her massages. She's actually a friend of this channel. And Tanya has gone for a massage. Yeah, what was your experience like? Guys, go and rewatch
Oh,
this
it's
episode.
so nice. It's needed, especially I had a massage after a hike with K&L. So she provides massages as well after a K&L hike. And I had a massage on my legs. So it really helped with the calves, like after a very long hike. And the next day I wasn't that stiff as I usually would be after a 12K hike or 10K hike. So it really helps a lot. And my hands are magical, basically. So she's very good at what she does, and I would highly recommend her. And she does mobile massages as well.
Okay, nice one, Kiribone. Shout out. Our next episode of the Come Up series was with Minahira. Yes.
What inspired you to start this business, and what was the inspiration behind the name?
And my dad had already passed, and I just heard his voice saying, "Minnie, why don't you bottle your sauces?" And that's how my chili sauce started. You always have this doubt whether you're doing the right thing and can you be strong enough to take this move. And I surprised myself after I left my job because I've done my thing.
Voice for these such situations, the narcissist
Yes,
would take total control.
our voices need to get louder because every day you hear of women being killed by their partner.
This was a powerful interview, actually.
This was,
Like,
this is actually
honestly,
one of
what
my favorites. Yeah.
what she's been through was a lot and hectic, and to survive from all of that is really inspirational, and it really makes a person think that you need to look after yourself. And it actually comes into play with what on the other episode of ladies finding yourself first and finding who you are.
Yes.
Yeah, so first looking after yourself and having self-love before you basically get into any other relationship, and at the same time getting out of something that is toxic and that is not for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically we just have to look after ourselves. Thank you for, I just want to say thank you to Mia. This was for courage to actually tell your story and let other people know about it, and basically inspiring someone to also maybe speak up and talk about their situations, or helping them get out of a situation that they are in.
Yes, yes. So guys, please go and check out this interview. Ladies, if you are in a place right now where Minahira was, like in a abusive relationship, she did share some, we actually did share some contact information where you guys can reach out and get help for any gender-based violence situations. So our next episode was with Khotatso, our first episode. We actually did a 2-part series with him.
All about dance.
We find ourselves in a space where we're chasing money, we're chasing the bag, everyone's trying to get money, everyone's trying to get paid, that we don't realize that we don't even know. Some people never get to experience something that genuinely gives them fulfillment.
Was involved in SA's Got Talent. Like, can you share some of those testimonies?
Talent on its own can't get you by. You need to put in the hard work. You need to learn how to dedicate yourself to your craft.
What tips do you have for people, like how they can balance their 9 to 5 and still pursue their passion?
It does get difficult along the way, and you can find yourself compromising your character just to try to get money from that.
I feel like Khotatso shared a lot of good nuggets in this specific interview, hey?
Yes, and he made a good point that we shouldn't lose ourselves in just to get in the money, or just get in. And that's a lot. That's what a lot of people are actually doing. They lose themselves, or they resort to other ways into getting money, and then become a different type of person, which is not actually a good thing. So there was good nuggets that we got from this episode.
Yes. And also just to rewind back to what he said, some people never even experience that a passion work, because we're just working a 9 to 5, because we have to take care of ourselves and our families. But I think, guys, instead of going home and just getting lost in front of the TV, sit down and self-reflect and figure out what is it that you actually might like to do, because there's a lot of unhappy people working a 9 to 5 job. So I actually enjoyed that point. Like, a lot of people just go through life not just doing whatever, and they never get to experience the fulfillment of doing something that they love.
And it doesn't mean that, okay, I'm working this 9 to 5 job, I can't do anything else. I can't do something that I enjoy. If you enjoy art or drawing or anything like that, after work, just start drawing, start painting, start doing, who knows, maybe it'll actually turn into something.
And if it can't be after work, then it can also be over the weekends. Khotatso works his passion job over the weekends.
Yeah, so anything is possible, hey? And I mean, like, if it's meant for you, it will happen no matter the timeline. You can even be in your 40s, your 60s. And as long as you just start, as long as you just start on your passion, and then it will happen.
Love it. Go. We had a radio interview, remember? we had our first radio interview.
Good experience. It was such a good experience. I won't lie. And we did it 1 o'clock in the morning.
Sorry, Tanya. We did it 1 o'clock in the morning. I was a little bit late. My alarm clock went off too late, and Tanya held it down for a little bit. But
I was so nervous.
I was also so nervous, but we're going to play a short clip, a little bit of Tanya's answer and then my answer. But I can't believe that this series actually made it onto the radio. Well done to us. Well done.
Power 98.7 Podcast. Now we're talking. Subscribe to Power 98.7 Podcasts in iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. There's more on power987.co.za.
29 minutes to 1. We're on that last installment of Power Zone this week, and you're with myself, Musa Mafela Chuma, standing in for Toriso Maloka, and as always, bringing you conversations of your concern and conversations of your interest. And speaking of such, we're going to be talking about the...
I just want to say thank you so much to Musa and Sukanya for this opportunity. It was really something different. And at the end, I actually enjoyed it. I hope we can actually have another episode like this again. Yes. Hopefully we'll be wide awake this time.
Yeah,
wow.
Thank you so much, Musa and Zukanya, for this opportunity.
Evolution of dating today. We're going to take it all the way back to the 1700s and look at what are these questions that we're asking, particularly on the first date?
Now, particularly with the millennials, is your goals. Mm-hmm. So basically, what's your short-term goals, your long-term goals? Basically, I think mostly, especially with women, is what's your plans? And I think it's all about getting to the point as well now. What is your plan with me? Do you want a relationship? That's the one basic question. Do you want a relationship with me? And what are you doing now with your life in terms of, are you working? Are you having a job? Are you having your own business, or are you studying? So just to find out what.
Yeah.
You know what, honestly, us right now, millennials, and just dating at this moment, we just tired of this run around and playing whatever. So when we go on a date and things, it's just like, get to the point, like, what do you want to do with me? Do you want to date for marriage, or do you want to date to play around? What is your malafisi, basically? What do you want? Because we're not here to waste our time, because especially when you in your late 20s, 30s, it's like, hey, we're tired of things and fishing around. We're not about that life. So get to the point. So that's how I basically answered, or tried to answer this question on the radio. Yeah.
Let's see, where was mine? Where did I go?
So she's going to join us. Luandra Jacobs is the co-host of the YouTube channel Come Up series. She co-hosts this with Tanya Boys and is already on the call with us. Luandra, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Hi, welcome to the conversation. Did we wake you up?
Thank you. No, not at all.
Thank you so much for joining us and making the time. And just to catch you up, we are sort of ironing that out.
Yes. Well, in our topic of the evolution of dating, with the panel, we did discuss that topic, and we have found that religious belief is quite important for people and for South Africans out there lately.
And is this important because you want to be, in a relationship with a fellow Christian? You want to be in a relationship with a fellow atheist? Or is it a matter of, can we find some middle ground if we have differences?
Some people said they actually don't mind because they can find a middle ground. But the majority say it's just much better in terms of, like, if you think for a long-term relationship, right? Mm-hmm. When you think of, okay, if we're going to have kids in the future, what foundation are we going to teach the kids?
I was so nervous, hey? Like, I don't know if the nerves is coming through, but wow, I think that was a good question Musa actually asked. This one was fun.
I think that's actually the most watched and the most liked.
Yes.
The picture now of dating because you want to be spoiled. You understand?
Yeah. Based on what Tanya says, back then our parents were more about building. You bring this, I bring 50% and all that. I think we're a different generation. With us, we want romance, we want to build, we want natural things, we want to acquire a lot of things, we want to bring a lot of things within the relationship. Whereas back then,
They feel like, okay, if I build with this guy, if I build this guy up, this person is gonna leave me and trade me in and take everything that we built together to someone else.
You shouldn't dwell on whether the person is going to leave, or are you happy in your current state? Are you happy where you are right now? Is your relationship beautiful? Is everything that are you getting? Is life giving you everything you possibly want? And is this person the right person to focus on those things as apart from things that you have zero control of? You have no, because the women are the ones that like to have such checklists. Because as gents, we don't necessarily have any checklists. Whether you could be working at some shop or like it, as long as
I like what you said. We are mature now. Exactly, we are mature. Can people just pick up a phone, call, and communicate?
I enjoyed this episode.
Pick up the phone and communicate. Hey, but you must guess. You must guess. You must know what you're thinking. But anyway.
You know what? I was so surprised to hear how vocal the guys are about how they feel and what's going on in these dating streets. You know?
No, it is the streets. The 21st century. No, it's the dating streets.
No, it's the dating streets for real.
You don't have to be great to start. You need to start if you want to be great. So
some people start with like a shack or a hut, and then after that progress after day, and then basically then you can ask for funding. Or
what initial equipment is involved in starting a agricultural business?
One of the advice that I can give them is that they need to start with what they have, where they are. So
basically just start. The rest will come.
Yeah, continue.
I'm saying basically, as you said, just start and just keep moving. If it's meant to be, it will be for you along the way. And we are so focused on just rushing things. Like just take things one day at a time, and then you will just see things happening and enjoy it at the same time. But as long as you don't give up.
Yes. And in this specific episode, he also helped and gave a couple of resources for people who want to get started in the agricultural industry. He did give some good resources. So I would encourage you guys, if you are interested in embarking on this agricultural journey, go watch this video, get in touch with the resources that he shared in this episode. It was very beneficial. He shared his personal experience and
And mind you, he didn't even study agriculture or anything in the agricultural field. He just read a book and he started doing things himself. And after that, he did courses in agriculture. But at the same time, he started his own farm. Basically started off small. But some people just get it along the way. You just learn. You can learn by yourself as well. And then you can see which courses you can study and get into. But yeah, he gave guidelines to those that want to start off immediately.
Did you play professional soccer?
Yeah. So my last team here was FCAK. It was in the NFL, which was like just below the Premier League. So it was just before making it into the big league. That's when I got my my knee injury.
So at that moment, what was going through your mind?
It was like the end of the world day.
So what kept you going after that injury?
And I don't want to sound cliche, but like it's true, it's God. I really couldn't have done it without God's help, and mercy.
This episode just proves that, especially like in arts or if you're a sports person, you need to have something that's like a backup as well that brings in passive income or extra income or something that you can fall back on, because you basically have a timeline as an athlete.
Yes.
Because you grow older and then you can't perform at the peak that you were before, and there's injuries as well. So this is just for those that are athletes, just to think about starting something as well at the side, and especially investing in something that lets your money grow as well. So when you retire, you have money to help you out.
Yeah, love it. Nothing to add, to the point. The hiking professionals.
Well, I'm going to start with and what I found was a sense of selfness. By selfness meaning that I found myself within a quiet space. That's what hiking is. It's togetherness. It is a spiritual thing for us.
And it's a place where you can get away from this crazy reality and hustle and bustle of the world. This is not a business, it's a lifestyle for us.
The whole point as well about care now is mental health. We see a lot of people suffering from depression.
And the best views are obviously in the hardest climb, as they say. Besides that, obviously it's fitness, it's mentally challenging more than physically. So you have to mentally get there, back to nature. Remember, nature is where we came from. A lot of people forget that.
Please tell them that please do not come with 4 stars and people that's not for them.
This was also a good episode. It's also one of our recent ones. Yeah, it was very informative. They also had like good nuggets to share, the benefits of getting out in nature, and just because we all live such a busy life, and we barely.
Can you speak up a bit?
Our body, huh?
You just speak up a bit. You sound very soft.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying this episode was a very informative episode once again, because I mean we all live such a busy life, and they just basically shared, like the KNL team, the crew, just basically shared the benefits of hiking and getting out in nature, and just getting in touch with nature once again, because we barely, like the types of lifestyles that we're living these days, we don't even have time to really work out and take care of our health. So yeah, you've gone on a hike with them once. Like how is it? How was it?
It's very nice. Like they really help beginners. They stick to those that struggle the first time. They make sure they finish till the end. They really look after you. And basically, once you start hiking with them more than once or twice, they become like family as well, and they're very supportive with each other's businesses too. So it's easy to collaborate on some projects, and they just help one another out, like in definitely with the different businesses that they have, and it's a great platform to also network. So yeah, it's just great, and it's fun, especially afterwards when you eat and they braai and just have a good time as well after the hike.
So this was our first live and in-person video shoot,
and we're definitely going to do more next year.
Yes,
in-person episodes.
Most definitely.
Yeah, follow up on the other episodes. This is actually so much fun.
Difficult for me to do those dance moves, like the cramping, like there's so many concepts and principles. it Hotatsu makes it look so easy. The popping. Yeah.
Now that's a workout. If you want to have a workout, people go and do some popping. You will literally.
It was a lot of fun.
It was great.
Yeah.
All about the mind and self-care.
Yes.
Mentally.
We are basically the self-care queens, though. I think, because we had a whole self-care series, so we obviously also include some self-care and mental health issues. So yeah.
You go through mourning stages again as it comes to the anniversary of the day of your loved one. So
it really is important to do regular check-ins with yourself mentally.
The more you are thinking negative things, the more negative outcomes you will have out of it. Self-care takes place more from the inside outward. So those beautiful treatments that you give yourself is actually just basically the trimming for the journey that you take from inside towards the outside. So
that was a good interview.
It really was, especially having Tashin's experience as a wellness coach. She gave us how you can cope with your mental health, and especially now, mental health is a huge issue after COVID, because it's literally impacting people mentally, and we need to relearn again to cope on building our lives from COVID. So
very true. And COVID also took a lot of our loved ones. So there's a lot of people still struggling with the aftermath of so many people this past 2 years. So yes, guys, it seems like we've lost Tanya. That was the Come Up series for this year. We had so much fun. We learned so many new things. We are excited to see what 2023 has in store for us and with our YouTube channels. Stay tuned and continue following us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next episode.